Hello world, it is Wednesday, March 9th, 2022, and looking out the window at Defiance, it's kind of overcast today and cool. It was 32 degrees this morning when I went running, and I don't think it's going to get that much warmer, maybe in the 40s today. The devotion for today is entitled Walking Through Water by Vince Amlin, and Vince bases the devotion upon Psalm 77, verse 19, New Revised Standard Version. Your way was through the sea, your path through the mighty waters, yet your footprints were unseen. And Vince writes, the last 2 miles of St. Cuthbert's Way across the floor of the North Sea. You have to time it, of course, for the 2 windows each day when the path between the Northumbrian coastline and the Holy Island dries out, relatively. Kyle and I started the day 15 miles from the water, woke early, and kept a dogged pace all morning to make sure we got there on schedule. I had studied the route for months, plotting out our journey with precision so we didn't get stranded on one side or the other, let alone in the middle. Even with tide tables, guidebooks, and poles stuck deep in the seafloor to mark our path, it felt like an act of faith to hike into the middle of the ocean to find myself a mile in either direction from dry land. How much more so for the Israelites, who simply saw their opportunity and had to take it, who had Pharaoh's army at their backs and no time to ask when the Red Sea might come crashing in again. In my experience, that's often how it feels to be led by God. A way opens, and I'm invited to take it. Not a moment to consider my options until I'm already a mile out to sea, wondering whether I can make it across. Starting a church, having a child with special needs, pastoring through a pandemic, seeing the mighty waters surging around me, trying to trust that the one who brought me this far will guide me safely to the far shore. And the prayer. Pathmaker, open a way and bring me through. Amen. Well, this devotion for me reminds me of what a risk it is to answer the call of God and how it takes courage. But in a way, it's also just about life. I mean, things happen to us, events happen to us. For those who get married and have children, you have a child. And I remember, excuse me, the day we brought Mariel home from the hospital, there was no instruction book. I had a car seat and I put her in the car and it was like, bye, have a nice day, nice life. No clue what we were doing. Didn't have to take classes. I had to do more work to get married than I did to have a child in terms of preparation and proving that I was ready. It just seemed so strange. But I think at some point or another, we all go out on a limb and make a decision to do something that we feel called to do. And sometimes halfway through it, we're like, what did we do? And that's when we trust in God and try to remember and remind ourselves that God is always present with us and that we will get through it one way or another. And no matter how we get through it, God will be there with us the whole way through. Hope you have a good day, and I hope to talk to you again tomorrow.